Mine is the traditional story of someone who started at the bottom of a company. When I started there, they started me sweeping the floors, cleaning the warehouse, being able to stock items on the shelf, ship parts out. So what they allowed me to do is, as I mastered each of those steps, they'd say, okay, well, go try this job. Go over in the machine shop and see if you can go and assist a machinist as an apprentice. Maybe you can go over to the weld shop and assist the welders. So I was like a sponge. I took anything they would give me and soak it up. I said, yeah, I'll go do that. And I always felt like when I went over there, it wasn't just to go over there and mess around and see what somebody did. I wanted to master that station because I wanted to be able to tell the people above that hired me, hey, you put me there and you challenged me, and I met that challenge and did it. So I've always taken that inner competition in order to succeed, and I think that's what still drives me today. We used to keep everything on 3x5 index cards. All our product data, all of our customer data, all of our vendor data on 3x5 index cards. Imagine running a business today like that. So there were no sophisticated MRP systems. It was basically a copied piece of material, handwritten bill of materials, and you had to go and write manual purchase orders for that. We didn't have email. We actually had to do face-to-face conversations back then. We didn't have computers to do our letters. We had to actually handwrite letters to customers and to vendors. If we were lucky enough, we had a typewriter. We'd have to type and do that. So for a lot of the kids growing up today, these things are probably new to them, not hearing those types of things. So when I first came in, one of the things they wanted to do is have me start that computer system because I had just learned it in high school. So I took that skill that I was learning and started to put in the customer data in the computer, started to put in the purchasing information. So now we just slowly started to move up until where the world is actually today. Chose the University of Central Florida in Orlando, and it allowed me to be able to still work at Thompson Pump in Port Orange and then be able to commute back and forth to get my degree from UCF. So I always felt like I had an advantage. I feel that I'm blessed. I've had so many opportunities, and I think for anyone who achieves things in life, they have to have these opportunities presented, but then you have to try to make the most of them. So with me, I had a chance to go to school with my fellow colleagues and also go into the plant and see some of the things and theories that we were learning about in school. I got to see them in practice. When they talked about pump impellers and bearings and shafts, it wasn't some picture on a page and some phenomenon. It was an actual part on the shelf that a person was asking me for. And so now I started gaining that confidence that, hey, go grab me that 3306 SKF bearing. I knew what they were talking about, and I knew where to go get it and be able to help out. So for me, it was a very rewarding time to be able to learn and also be able to practice what I was learning. Oh, I love manufacturing, and a lot of people would say, well, what's the thing that brings you back and keeps you there? I think it's the challenge. I mean, in manufacturing, some people would look at it and say, well, you make a widget, you make 1,000 of them, it's the same thing, it's routine, it's boring. It is the complete opposite of that. It's very exhilarating to be able to look at a system that's kind of in chaos and then make order out of that chaos. You want to be able to plan it. You want to take a team of people who are eager to accomplish something and then put them in motion and see it be achieved. And for me, that's the thrill, is to be able to see that system, lay it out, take a group of people who may not even see the potential in themselves, but you see that potential. And then you allow them to grow and to experience that, and then you accomplish it. It's much like a football team, an offense that goes on the field. You look at the defense, you survey it, you make your audible, you run your play, and you score a touchdown. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to achieve that every time, and that's the thrill that comes out of manufacturing. It can be achieved every day.